somebody else's feet right next to me. I'm about to board a 14-hour flight from Auckland, New Zealand to Houston, Texas, and I'll show you what it's like. I'm flying Air New Zealand business class. Actually, right now I'm at the lounge, but I cannot even show you properly because it is packed. About 2 years ago, Air New Zealand announced the new modern layout for both economy and business class.
Fully closing door and enough space for two people to dine together.
Soon we'll be able to lie flat like this, even in the main cabin. But that's not the reality yet, at least for me. Air New Zealand is famous among travel enthusiasts for seats that almost face each other in business class. And you see way more than what you'd like to see. This is not just a simple video of us flying back from New Zealand to the United States. Things had to be a little bit more complex, let's put it this way. So now let me fill you in on how the route actually was. After enjoying Auckland and Wellington, apparently we're not done with this part of the world yet. We went back to Australia for some meetings. Gordon and I had different schedules, and guess what? We ended up traveling separately again. If you're new here, I'm a journalist, and occasionally I work on some very unique projects. There's another one coming up next month. One way we maximize our travels is by using credit card points and miles to book flights. That's how experiences that otherwise would not be possible suddenly become a reality. You can book Air New Zealand flights via United or Air Canada, for instance, and only pay for taxes and fees. So in this video, I'm gonna share my side of the story because Gordon didn't record his.
Mine wasn't exciting.
Yeah. For a late bag.
As I experienced 2 Air New Zealand flights on the way back, I thought I'd join them in this video. Cheers to the trip. I'm here now in Sydney. This is Air New Zealand's business lounge, really nice. From here, there's a short flight to Auckland. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Some this way.
Thank you. Thank you. This is me. Here's a better view of the seat while my neighbor was in the bathroom. The seat is very comfortable, but sitting facing the corridor can be a little strange. Note that if people didn't pull the TVs out, you'd be seeing everyone here. The buttons here are interesting because you press to go all the way down, but it doesn't become a flat bed. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. The buttons here only lower the seat until halfway. If you want a flat bed, the button is all the way up front. It took me some time to discover that. The plane has some other peculiarities. For example, the TV is on the side, which means you have to watch it like that when the plane is taking off and preparing to land. But on the other hand, you can keep your feet up at all times, as this front piece doesn't move. This first flight is at a very appropriate time, during lunch. I have to read what this is. Pan-fried snapper fillet with barley, red grapes, and pistachios, zucchini, pickled cucumber, and preserved lemon lemonade. This is fantastic. And there's something here, I have no idea what it is. Lemon lemonade? I think it's a sauce. It doesn't taste like lemon. This dish is absolutely amazing.
Now, what did you decide on for dessert?
The coconut squeeze. Thank you.
White wine.
Thank you. Very short flight between Sydney and Auckland, just 2.5 hours. And this is a big plane, it's a 777. They just give you an amenity kit, but I guess you don't need it when you finish eating. It's less than 1 hour until landing.
Well, folks, it has been our pleasure bringing across the Tasman and through to Auckland with us today. On behalf of your Boeing 777 crew, thank you for flying Air New Zealand on the Star Alliance Network. If you are connecting to another international flight, follow the signs to international transfers, to security, check departure screens for details of your next flight. Take care. We look forward to see you onboarding again very soon. Enjoy the rest of your evening here in the city of sails or wherever your travels may take you.
Steve, you're welcome.
I cannot even show you the lounge properly because this is so packed. The lounge was huge, and as soon as some space cleared up, I rushed to record these images. Auckland Airport is New Zealand's largest and busiest airport. It handles 3 times more passengers compared to Wellington. But Wellington has something unique in the world: ginormous Lord of the Rings sculptures. He wakes up all of a sudden. It's time to say goodbye. Now here I am, ready for the long overseas flight.
How are you? Welcome aboard. I'm very well, thank you. Just to the phone camera.
Thank you.
The configuration of this plane is exactly the same. And I also got the exact same seat. But this time, there's an amenity kit. Here's something you hear everywhere in New Zealand. Kia ora. It means hello, welcome.
Good evening, everyone. It's the captain speaking. Welcome on board. We'll close up shortly and get underway for Houston, Texas. Flight time is 13 hours and 7 minutes.
It's my pleasure on behalf of the team to welcome you all on board the Star Alliance flight operated by Air New Zealand. Wi-Fi is available shortly after takeoff and will be free of charge for the duration of your flight.
Thank you very much. Dinner served, and I got the mixed tasting plate as an appetizer. Now for the main course. This is the lamb with risotto. It looks delicious. It melts in your mouth. It's so tender. Creamy risotto with mushrooms, truffle oil. I'm not a big fan of mushrooms, but it is delicious. Thank you so much. Always so good. Like all I did was eat and sit the whole time. In the previous flights, there was nothing to do in the bathroom. Right here, there. This is so cool. And look at the painted window ahead of you. And you know something else very cool? There's music in the bathroom, and there's no music in the rest of the plane. I came back, and my bed was made. Look at this. They put like a mini mattress on top of the seat, so it gets super comfortable. Now I got a little less than 11 hours to go, and I'm gonna watch some TV before going to bed. Okay, that's it for today. Good night, and see you tomorrow. I slept on and off for about 8 hours because there was a lot of turbulence. But this was a lifesaver. Because of this, I was the last person to get up. They don't give you a mask in the amenity kit. I'm glad I always have my own. And I'm now here in the bathroom to talk because, you know, not a lot of privacy there. Everybody's up and not and about. But because the beds actually face the way they do, you know, your feet are out, you have a lot of space. Your feet are not constrained like they normally are in other business class seats. So the bed is very spacious. You have a lot of space to move your legs. Very comfortable. The bed is really good to sleep. And as I'm here now in the morning, let's see the view during the day. Nothing. Just see the sky and maybe ocean. We're too high. Now, one thing that I could never give up working is the internet. Although it is free, it would be amazing, but never connected for me. It connects, but the captive portal doesn't load. Thank you. Now, here's the main breakfast dish. I thought this was just salmon and potato hash cakes. But I guess I got some bacon here too. For us, it's breakfast, but it's actually already late afternoon in the US. We're almost arriving, and I'll save my final thoughts about Air New Zealand's business class for later, so stay tuned.
Well, welcome to the United States.
Thank you. You take care.
From Houston, I had one more domestic flight into Orlando, this time on United. And all of a sudden, my bag just appeared next to the plane. And it was great to see that he made it. Gordon's story ended up a little different.
Catching the flight, I'm coming home. Back to the place I've always known. Home, home. Seeing you soon, I gotta run. We're gonna have a lot of fun and spending this summer alone. I'm coming home. I'm coming home.
Hello. For a late bag. It's not a free flight, it's a free water bottle.
So what happened?
They didn't transfer the bag over.
You're a magnet, huh?
We'll talk about that.
How come this is always happening to you?
It doesn't always happen. This has happened twice in my life. And at least I got my bag back, right?
Yeah, you did.
Because you want to see the one in Qatar. You want to see the video about Qatar. Yeah.
That one was bad. Gordon's bag finally arrived after 6 days.
That's okay.
Now, the verdict about Air New Zealand business class. Yes, it is kind of awkward, but the bed itself is one of the most comfortable I've ever had because it is very spacious. In my opinion, there are also 2 other issues with the layout. Not a lot of storage space close to you, and also if you're flying with somebody else, you cannot really sit together. If the 2 of you are in the middle, each one is facing a different direction. Your best option would be to choose one in the middle and another one by the window. Anyways, much better than any economy seat, but next time we fly Air New Zealand, I hope it's in their new business class.